aspirants, I am Barkha, your faculty and mentor at iConta. The CLAT exam is near, but most of the students were really confused about the eligibility and the detailed syllabus of their CLAT exam, right? So to discuss this, that what can be the eligibility of this exam and what is the detailed syllabus which you need to study to crack CLAT this year, I have made a short video where we can just look forward to like how to proceed with the exam and what are the requirements that you must fulfill to appear for this exam. So let's proceed. Let's know about the eligibility first. First point is that there is no upper age limit for candidates appearing for UG program through the CLAT 2025. That means there is no age limit criteria that you must be not of an above age or whatever, so it is the thing. But the only thing that they are saying here is that candidates who have passed in class 10+2 or an equivalent examination with a minimum of 45% marks in its equivalent in grade or 40% of marks or equivalent in case of candidates belonging to SC, ST and PWD categories. That means they are trying to tell you is that you don't have any age limit. You can, of any age, any person can give this exam, but the only criteria that you need to fulfill is that you must have 45% marks in your class 12th examination if you are from a general category, and you must have at least 40% marks in your class 12th if you are from SC, ST or PWD category. Candidates appearing for the qualifying examination in March, April 2025 are also eligible to apply. What they are telling you here is that if you are appearing for your board exams next year, that means your board's exams are gonna happen in March 2025, then also you are eligible to give the exam this year because the exam is gonna happen in December 2024. Fine. They shall, however, they shall be required to produce an evidence of their passing the qualifying examination at the time of admission, failing which they shall lose their right to be considered for admission. What they are saying is that yes, you can appear in the exam if you are still appearing for your boards next year, but the only criteria, only condition that they have kept is that you must prove an evidence that you have passed class 12th at the time of your admission. If you fail to do so, then you will not be considered a fit candidate for the admission in your NLUs, right? The result of the qualifying examination, that is 10+2, that means your class 12th result, shall be submitted by the candidate at the time of admission. Supposedly, if you get into any of the NLUs that you are dreaming for, then you must submit your class 12th result at the time of the admission, failing which the candidate shall be ineligible for admission to the course they may have applied for. That's what they are telling you again, that if you don't submit your class 12th result at the time of your admission, then you will not be eligible to be admitted to the course that you have applied for. Right. If more than one candidate secures an equal number of marks in the CLAT 2025, the break of tie shall be by the following procedure and order as under. What they are telling you, that if two students, supposedly A and B, are getting equal marks, supposedly 95 in the CLAT exam, then which one of the students will get the secured seat in the NLU? That is what they are telling here. Higher marks in the component section on legal aptitude in the CLAT 2025 exam. What they are telling you here is that whosoever amongst these person has a highest marks in the legal aptitude, that means in the legal reasoning part, supposedly if A has scored 27 out of 32 questions and B has scored 29 out of 32 questions, then B will be granted admission in the NLU and not A, how much ever they have scored the equal number of marks. Higher age amongst those who have the higher age will be granted the admission. Computerized draw of lots, a lottery system can also be done, and which criteria will be fulfilled and which criteria will be followed, that will be decided by consortium of NLUs. So this was your eligibility criteria, and now let's move forward to know what is the detailed syllabus of each and every section that is asked in the CLAT exam. So let's see the syllabus first. The sections which are covered in your CLAT exam are 5. The first one is the legal reasoning part. The second one is the logical reasoning. Third one is the GK and current affairs. The fourth, we have English language. And the last but not the least, we have quantitative techniques, right? So these are the most 5 sections which are asked in your CLAT exam, and there are total of 120 questions in your CLAT exam which you need to solve these in 120 minutes. That means you get an average of 1 minute per question for these 5 sections, right? So now what we are going to do is, now I'm going to tell you each and every section that what are the most important topics that you need to cover in that particular section, so that you get to know that what all you need to study for that particular section, because students have a tendency to know that where to study, when to study and how to study, but they don't know that how much to study. So that is what we are gonna discuss now. First, let's discuss the legal reasoning part. The weightage that carries by the legal reasoning part in your CLAT exam is 30 to 32 questions. That is almost the 27% of your CLAT exam. Fine. So these are the most important topics that I have picked through from the previous year question papers, and these are the topics from which the maximum number of questions are asked in your legal reasoning section. The first one is Indian Constitution, from where 10 to 12 questions, that means almost 2 passages amongst 5 passages, are asked from your Indian Constitution part only. In the Indian Constitution, that means the fundamental rights, the fundamental duties, the articles of the Constitution, everything is asked from the Indian Constitution. The next one, the important section, is Indian Penal Code, where 5 to 6 questions, that means 1 passage is asked from Indian Penal Code, and that is the criminal law part. And in the criminal law, like the offenses related to body, the offenses related to the property, like what can be the offenses related to the body, like murder, rape, and what can be the offenses related to the property, theft, robbery, extortion, all such topics are covered in the criminal law, and one passage is definitely asked in your CLAT exam from the criminal law part. The next one is Indian Contract Act. Yet again a very important topic for your CLAT exam. Almost 5 to 6 questions are asked from this subject also, and sometimes there is a tendency that there must be 10 questions also from this section. That means almost 2 passages from Indian Contract Act. And what is Indian Contract Act actually consists of? Like what is proposal, what is acceptance, what are the rules that governs proposal and acceptance, and every such topic that shows that if an agreement is happening between 2 parties, then what will be the nature of the agreement. If any such legality or illegality is there in the transaction, then all such things are dealt in the Indian Contract Act. The next one is family law. Not a very important topic, but yes, you should at least know the basics from this topic. In the family law, both the topics, that is the Hindu law and the Muslim law. Either a question can be asked from either one of these, or the question can be asked from both of these simultaneously, right? So what is covered in the family law? The rules related to the marriage of a person, the rules related to the divorce of the couple, and every such sort of things are asked in the family law. And the rules of inheritance, the rule of succession, every such thing is asked in the family law, and that is where your Hindu law and the Muslim law part is covered. The next one is law of torts, yet another important topic, where a one passage from your CLAT exam is definitely covered from law of torts, where the torts like nuisance, the torts of defamation, the tort of medical negligence, every such topic is asked, and you need to solve the questions followed right there and then. And it's not a difficult subject, it's a very, very easy subject, and if you study this subject, then these 5 to 6 marks are just for free, because it's a very easy subject. You just need to understand the concept, and as soon as you understand the concept, the follow-up questions become very easy to be solved by you. The next one is legal fundamental terms and the legal maxims. Very, very like not that important topic, only just 1 to 2 questions are asked, but that too not in your CLAT exam, that too in your either IELTS exam, which is an exam for your NLU Delhi, or your LSAT exam, or your SLAT exam. Because you know the CLAT exam does not ask you direct questions, they just give you questions in the form of passages, but the legal maxims and everything can be asked in the exams which have a tendency to ask direct questions. That means the IELTS exam, SLAT exam, and the LSAT exam. The next one is important landmarks and Supreme Court judgments. Again, not very important for your CLAT exam, because CLAT again does not ask you the direct questions, they ask you in the passage based. So that is why this landmark judgment, Supreme Court judgments also becomes important for these entrance exam of yours. Fine, moving further with the next section, which is the English language part. See, there is no particular syllabus for your English language, because in your English language part, they only ask you reading comprehensions, right? So what you have to do is that there will be a 450 words passage in front of you, and then there will be 5 follow-up questions. And these 450 words ka legal English language passage can be from any topic, and you have to comprehend that passage, you have to understand the passage, that what is the tone of the passage, what is the author trying to say, and what can be the possible outcomes, what can be the possible conclusions from that particular passage. That passage is asked in your CLAT exam, and then there are the follow-up questions. So that is what I have written here. These passages will be drawn from contemporary or historically relevant fiction and non-fiction literature. That means it can be fictional passages also and non-fictional passages also, and those are, don't get yourself confused with the thing that agar RCs पूछे जा रहे हैं तो that will be very high level RCs. No, if you are a class 12 child and you are giving this CLAT exam, then they are just testing your ability to analyze things. They are not testing your vocabulary, they are not testing that how much you have paid attention in your school times and everything. They just give you RCs which you can clearly solve within 5 to 7 minutes, right? So what skills they are testing you here is the read and grasp the paragraph's core message as well as the arguments or opinions present in the passage. What they are telling you here is that they are giving you those RCs so that you can just read the passage and you can grasp that what passage is about to tell you, and what passage and the author is telling you, what message that passage is giving you. And why is that important? Because if you're dreaming to become a lawyer, then when you have a case in front of you, when you have a story in front of you, then you must know that how to interpret it, how to analyze it, and how to comprehend it. Fine. Based on the reading, draw deductions and conclusions. They want you to understand that आप अगर एक इतना बड़ा passage आपके सामने है तो आप उसको डिड्यूस कैसे करोगे, दैट मीन्स आप उसको छोटा कैसे करोगे, उसको समराइज कैसे करोगे और उसके कंक्लूजन्स पर कैसे पहुंचोगे. समराइज द पैसेज, एज आई क्लियरली टोल्ड यू कि आप उसकी एक समरी कैसे बनाओगे, आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपके लिए मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स उस पैसेज में से कौन से हैं, बिकॉज आप एक पैसेज को बार बार पढ़ के अपना टाइम वेस्ट नहीं कर सकते हो. Compare and contrast the various arguments and perspectives presented in the passage and recognize the meaning of certain words and phrases in the context of the passage. वो क्या बोल रहे हैं कि वो पैसेज आपको इसीलिए इतना बड़ा देते हैं ताकि आप उसमें से आर्ग्यूमेंट्स निकाल सको. यू कैन फाइंड सच सम ऑफ द आर्ग्यूमेंट्स दैट मे हेल्प यू इन फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चंस दैट हैव बीन आस्क्ड, एंड इफ दैट आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आर caught very extensively by you, then there will be not a problem where you can not solve the questions given. Fine. Moving further to the next and the very important section of your CLAT exam, that is the GK and the current affairs part, where the students have the tendency कि आप उसको बिल्कुल छोड़ देते हो यानी कि कब के लिए छोड़ देते हो, बिल्कुल लास्ट मंथ के लिए. If December you have your exam, then all the students, and I mean it word to word, 90% of the students have this thing in their head that we will do 1 year ka current affairs in just 1 month. How is that even possible? So these are the most important topics that are usually covered in your GK and current affairs part in your CLAT exam. The weightage is yet again 28 to 30 questions, which is again almost 26 to 27% of your CLAT exam. And the topics are politics, like what is happening in the country, what are the new rules and regulations formed by the government of the country, ancient, medieval, modern and world history. I know, yet very boring subject, history, but you need to know a certain basics, because sometimes they give you a static GK thing. That means like when I saw a previous year question paper when CLAT 2024 happened, there they give whole Jallianwala Bagh incident in a form of a passage, and in the following questions they were asking you that which incident the particular passage is talking about. So you must know that what has happened in the history. Geography, like what is happening in the, like what and where anything is situated in the country, the geographical conditions you must know. Economics, like what actually the government is planning for our economical conditions. That means the 5-year plans of the country, the national income of India, the Indian tax structure. And this year you have so much to study in economics. Our budget has been launched, our tax reforms have been changed, so you can expect a question from economics this year. So pay high attention to the economics section. Science and technology, environment and ecology, general science, national and international burning topics. Can you just think of some national and international burning topics? Yes, Olympics. Olympics have happened this year, and you must just don't leave any details of the Olympics this year, because one passage from the Olympics is definitely be gonna asked in your CLAT 2025 exam, and that is 100% surety. Fine. Books and authors, not that important, but some famous books you must know. Environment, industries, major industries in India, agriculture, and awards and achievements. And these awards and achievements are directly related to your sports and any honorary awards that must have been given to the honorary representatives of India. Fine. Moving further to the next section, the logical reasoning part. Fine. इस टॉपिक के लिए स्टूडेंट्स यूजुअली डेली मैसेजेस में कि मैम क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग नहीं हो रहा है, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग नहीं हो रहा है. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज इन दिस सेक्शन यू जस्ट नीड टू analyze a particular passage and you have to see that आप उसको interpret कैसे करोगे. The weightage is yet again 20 to 22 questions. And the topics that are covered in your logical reasoning part are statement and arguments. They will give you a statement and then they will give you arguments. Then you have to decide that whether these arguments are supporting that particular statement or not, right? And whether these arguments are strengthening the statement or is weakening the statement, right? The next one is statement and assertions. Statement and assertions आपने बहुत बार देखा होगा. Assertion, reason, syllogism. अब यहाँ से जो टॉपिक है syllogism, number test, directions and distance, coding decoding, blood relationships, ranking and analogy, ये वाले टॉपिक्स अब आपके क्लैट एग्जाम में नहीं पूछे जाते हैं, but yet again these are very very important for your IELTS, LSAT and SLAT exam. 2019 से पहले ये टॉपिक्स क्लैट के लिए भी इतने इंपॉर्टेंट होते थे, बट नाउ दीज टॉपिक्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर दीज एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स. Fine, moving further to the last section, which one is the quantitative techniques, and this section has a fixed number of questions, that is either 12 questions are asked or either 10 questions are asked, the least weighted but the most important section of your CLAT exam, because students usually leave it saying that there are only 12 questions in this area and we can just usually leave this particular section. But what makes you different from the selected candidates and non-selected candidates is this only. This section makes the difference because the selected candidates have a tendency to solve all the questions from this section and the non-selected students leave this section. Fine. So what are the very important topics from this section? Mensuration, areas and volumes, yet not for your CLAT exam but other entrance exams. What is important for your CLAT exam is data interpretation, graphs and charts and everything, where you have a data in front of you, then there are questions, you have to solve those questions, interpret this data, and then you will be able to solve the follow-up questions. Interest, profit and loss, discounts, percentages, permutation, combinations, probabilities, and your arithmetic part where number system, roots and indices, simplification, ratio, proportion, these are the topics. These mensuration, commercial maths, modern maths and arithmetic are important for your other non-CLAT exams. That means IELTS, SLAT and LSAT, and this data interpretation is most important for your CLAT exam. So this was your detailed syllabus for the CLAT 2025 exam. If you are someone who has not yet started their preparation and still looking for something where you can start your preparation from, then iConta has launched its 2025 crash course. And if you are someone who is in class 11th and wants to start their CLAT preparation from now onwards itself, then we have also launched our CLAT 2026 full course. For any such details, you can just log into our website www.iconta.in/CLAT, and I'll see you in the next video. Here I'm signing off. Bye bye.